Good evening, dear students. How are you, grade 6? I hope that you are all fine. Okay, today we will continue. Hi, Rina. Hi, everyone. How are you, Tolene? Very good. Okay, so, girls, today we will... Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Today we will continue the lesson. Hi, Lina. So please bring your books, open your books on page 77. Today we will solve the exercises on page 77. I hope that we will solve all exercises, but now we will see. But any exercise I will solve it, please put a check mark next to it, okay? To know that we solved this exercise. So let's start with with exercise number 1. Yesterday we talked about how to compare between fractions and decimals, right? And how you can order also fractions and decimals. So I told you yesterday that if you want to compare or order, because the same thing, when I want to order, I have to compare between the numbers. So when I want to order or compare between numbers, the numbers must be in the same form. That's mean I have to write both numbers as a fraction or mixed number, or I have to write it as a decimal number. Okay? And we learn how to convert the numbers or convert from the fraction to the decimal and inverse. Okay? So let's start. Now we will do more exercises to explain the idea and it will be clear for you. So if I want to order from the list to greatest, from the list to the greatest, the numbers here, they are mixed number. That's mean a whole and a fraction. So 3 and 3 over 6, 3 and 5 over 8, 2 and 9 over 10. I told you, when you want to order numbers, that's mean you have to compare between the numbers to know which one is the least, which one is the greatest, highest, which one is the least number, which one is the greatest number. So first thing, I have to compare between the wholes, okay? So I have 3 numbers. This is a 3, this is a 3, this is 2. Which one is the least number? I think 2. I think 2 and 9 over 10. Don't talk about anything. Okay, please focus on the lesson, dear. Okay, because this is very important lesson for you. So if I want to compare between the numbers, look, I have 3, 3 and 2. Okay, so between those numbers, which one is the least? I think 2 is the least number. That's mean this mixed number, okay, I will write it again. This mixed number is the least number. This one, which is here 2 and 9 over 10. Okay, 2 and 9 over 10. So this is the least number. So I know the least number, but I want to compare between 3 and 3 over 6, 3 and 5 over 8 to know which one is the greatest number. So I will not compare between 2 and 9 over 10 and other numbers, because I know that 2 and 9 over 10 is the least number and it will be in the first. So 2 and 9 over 10, it will be in the first, because this is the least number. Okay? Now, what about those numbers? 3 and 3 over 6, 3 and 5 over 8. It's okay, dear. So, to compare between those numbers, this is 3 and 3 over 6. And this is 3 and 3 and 5 over 8. The whole is the same. the whole part is the same. So I have to compare between the fraction part, okay? So the fraction part here 3 and over 6, here 5 and over 8. So to compare between two fractions, I have to make what? The denominator the same or numerator the same. I told you that the easiest choice is to make denominators the same. So if I have here 6, here I have 6, and here I have 8, so can I make those numbers the same? What is the greatest common factor for 8 and 6? The greatest common factor for 8 and 6. I will not divide, Lamar dear. Thank you, Farah. Excellent. The greatest common factor for 6 and 8 is 24. That's mean I can multiply 6 with 4. 6 multiply 4. It will give me what? It will give me 24. And 8 multiply 3 equals 24. So I can make the denominators the same by using the greatest common factor, which is here 24. Can I multiply only denominator? No, I have to multiply numerator also with the same number to keep the value of the fraction. So here you have to multiply numerator with 4 also, and here you have to multiply numerator with 3 also. Okay? So 3 multiply 4 equals 12, and 5 multiply 3 equals 15. Now, can I compare between the numbers? Look, which one is the least and which one is the greatest number? Look, 3 and 12 over 24, 3 and 15 over 24. Which one is the greater, 12 or 15? 15 is greater than 12, right? So if I want to order the numbers, it will be what? This is the second one, and this is the third one. Okay? This is the second one, and this is the third one. But I will not write this one. I will write the number that is in the question. That's mean I have to write 3 and 3 over 6. So it will be 3 and 3 over 6, and the greatest one is 3 and what? 5 over 8. This is the greatest number. I think I solved a similar exercise yesterday, right? How to order the numbers. First thing, I will compare between the wholes. So from the wholes I know that this one is the least. Then I have to compare between 3 and 3 over 6, 3 and 5 over 8 by make the denominators the same by using the greatest common factor for the denominators. Okay? You finished, girls, this exercise? Okay, type 1 if you finish, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, girls. Let's move to the next one. Let's move to exercise number 2. Okay. Now, in exercise number 2, I want to compare between 0.8 and 4 over 12. What I have to do here? I have to make some one of those exercise or some one of those numbers like the other. That's me. Look, I have to make both numbers decimals or both numbers fraction. Okay, so this is a decimal number and this is a fraction number. So what I have to do here? What I have to do? Look, you can make this number a decimal number by dividing the numerator on denominator And we learned last lesson how to convert from fraction form to the decimal form. So I will divide 4 on 12 to write this number as a decimal. So I will divide right here, girls, okay? I will divide 4 on 12. You will help me. 4, I have to put the point here, and the decimal part will be 0. Let's try. 4 divided 12. Can I divide it 4 on 12? No, I can't. So it will be what? It will be 0 in the ones digit. And if you multiply it with 0, so I have to subtract now. 4 minus 0 equals 4. Now I will take the decimal point and put it in the quotient. Now I will take the 0, put it next to the 4, so it will be 40. Now 40 divided 12. 40 divided 12. How many 12s in 40? How many 12s in 40? 3. Thank you, Lena. Now, I want you to try here to divide 4 on 12. And look, it will give you an infinity number. It will give you an infinity number. It's repetition. 3 and 3 and 3 if you try. So this number is not ended. Okay? This number is not ended. So I will not use this form. I will use the fraction form. How I will do that? Look, 0.8, girls, 0.8. Can I write it as a fraction? Yes. 0.8 tenths. That's mean what? 8 as a fraction, 8 over 10. Right? 8 over 10. 0.8, if I want to write it as a decimal fraction, it will be 8 over 10. Now, if I want to compare between 8 over 10 and 4 over 12, what's your question, Tolene? Type your question, please. If I want to compare between 8 over 10 and 4 over 12, can I compare between those numbers? Yes, I can. But here, I don't have the same numerator or the same denominator. So what I have to do, I have to make denominators the same or numerators the same. What is the easiest choice? The easiest choice for me is to make numerators the same. That's me, look. Can I make this numerator like this one? Yes. If I multiply 4 with 2, it will be 8, right? So let's multiply this 4 with 2. And if I want to multiply the numerator with a number, I have to multiply denominator with the same number. Okay? That's mean this fraction will be what? 4 multiplied 2. I will write it again right here. 4 multiplied 2 equals what? Equals 8. 12 multiplied 2, if you multiply it, it will be 24. So the fractions become here 8 over 10 and 8 over 24. Now, let's compare between those fractions. Let's compare between those fractions. Now, compare between denominators. I have the same numerator, so I will compare between denominators. Which one is the greater number? 24 is greater than 10. But I told you yesterday, when I want to compare between denominator, I will write, or the symbol will goes in opposite way. That's mean if the 24 is greater than 10, I will not put the symbol like this, I will put it like this. It will goes in opposite way. So that's means 0.8 greater than 4 over 12. Okay? Okay, girls? Now let's move to exercise number 3. Let's move to exercise number 3. I want to compare here between 0.22 hundredths and 1 over 4. Let's try to make one of those numbers like the other. Farah, ask your question, please. Girls, if you have a question, type it. Okay? Type it in the chat. Now, if I want to divide 1 over 4 or 1 on 4, I want to divide this number, or I want to write this number or this fraction as a decimal. How I will write the fraction as a decimal? I will divide numerator on denominator. And we do this before. We did, this before. So look, let's divide this number 1 on 4. First thing, 1 divided 4, I can divide it 1 on 4, so it will be 0 in the ones. 0 multiply 4 equals 0. Like what, Farah? I don't understand your question. You want to make it like what? Ah, you mean why we make it like this? Not like I told you, when I want to compare between denominators, girls, denominators means the divisor. Like when I divide 8 on 10, okay, I will explain it for you like this. If you have 8 real and divide on 10, it will be greater or less than if you divide the same reals, the same amount of real on 24. It will be, this one will be the greater. Like, that's why, that's because I want to divide on 24. So when the divisor becomes greater, the number becomes smaller. The value of the fraction becomes smaller. No, it's not the greater. That's why, Farah. Focus, please. Here, when I want to make, girls, you will not suggest, you will not think about the numbers. No, I have to think about the value of the fraction, not the numbers, not 4 and 12 and the 8. No, I will think about the value of the number. The value of the fraction, I have to make here the numbers in the same form. So look, 0.8 is 8 over 10. That's mean this is a fraction and this is a fraction. To compare between a fraction, you have a strategy. You have to follow the strategy. So that's mean I have to do or make the numerators the same or denominators the same. Look, here the easiest choice for me is to make numerators the same, because I can make 4 8. So I can multiply 4 with 2, so it will become 8. So if you multiply 4 and 12 with 2, so it will be 8 over 24. Now, the strategy told me that if you compare between denominators, the symbol for greater and smaller, it will be the opposite way. That's mean if 24 is greater than 10, that I will make, or I will write the symbol into this way, okay, in the opposite way. This is the strategy to compare between fractions. Okay, so now let's here return. I want to divide 1 on 4, so it will be 0. Let's continue. 0 multiply 4, and let's subtract, so this one will be 1. I will take the decimal point and put it up in the quotient, so take the 0. Now 10 divided 4, girls. 10 divided 4, how many 4s in 10? How many 4s in 10? Okay, what's wrong, Lamar? 2, thank you. Lamar, I can't follow your question. Type it again. 2 multiply 4 equals 8, thank you. Now subtract. 10 minus 8 equals 2. Also, I will take the 0 and put it next to the 2. It will be 20. 20 divided 4 equals what? How many 4s in 20? I think it's what? It's 5. Very good. So it will be 5. Now 5 multiply 4 equals 20. So the number in decimal form, it will be what? 0.25. 1 over 4 will be 0.25 hundredths. Now I want to compare between 0.22 and 0.25. If I want to compare, I will start from the left to the right. Let's start. This one is 0, this one is 0. This one is 0, this one is 0. Now move to the first digit after the point. This one is 2, this one is 2. They are equal. That's mean I have to move to the next one. This is 2, this is 5. Which one is the greater, 2 or 5? 5 greater than 2. That's mean this is the greater number, and the symbol will go to this way. Okay? Now let's move to exercise number 4. In exercise number 4, I have here 1 over 20 and 0.06 hundredths. Okay? Also, I have to make the numbers in the same form. That's mean I have to write both numbers as a fraction or both numbers as a decimal. Both numbers as a fraction or both numbers as a decimal. Okay? Let's write this number as a fraction. 0.06 hundredths. If I want to write it as a fraction or decimal fraction, it will be what? It will be 6 over what? 100. 6 over 100. So if I want to write this number as a fraction, it will be 6 over 100. Because look, 6 in the hundredths digit. That's mean this one. This is the first digit, this is the second digit. That's mean I have 2 zeros in the denominator. Now let's compare between 1 over 20 and 6 over 100. If I want to compare between those numbers, what I have to do? I have to make denominators the same or numerators the same. Here in this exercise, the easiest choice to make denominators the same. Look, can I make denominators the same? Can I multiply 20 with a number? It will be 100. Can I? Very easy. No. I can't multiply 20 with 5, so it will be 100, right? 20 multiply 5 equals 100. So I can multiply 20 with 5. Let's multiply 20 with 5. So you have to multiply both numerator and denominator with the same number. So look, 5 multiply 1, it will be 5. Now 5 multiply 20 equals 100. Okay? Now, can I compare between two numbers? Look, 6 over 100 and 5 over 100. I have the same denominator. The strategy told me that when you have the same denominator, you will compare between numerators. Okay? That's mean compare between 5 and 6. Which one is the greater? Which one? 6 greater than 5. That's mean the symbol goes to this direction, and that's mean this is the greater number. Okay? Okay. Let's move to exercise number 5. Let's move to exercise number 5. Use a number line to order from least to greatest. Here I will use number line to order the numbers. You know that number line will help me, because on number line I can know which one is the greater, which one is the smaller. But here I will locate the numbers on number line in decimal form. So I have to write the numbers as a decimal. Okay? Okay? So first number, look, this is easy. 1 and 0.25. I will locate the number. Look, this is 1. This is 1.2. 0.4. That's mean this is 0.1. And this is 0.2. This is 0.3. Right here. It will be. This is 0.3. This is 0.4. This is 0.5. 0.6 and etc. So 0.25, it will be between, you are our alarm actually, Farah. So it will be between 0.2 and 0.3 in the middle. So this one, or this point will be 1 and 0.25 hundredths. The number will be right here. Okay, in the middle between 1.1 or 1.2 and 1.3. Okay, so now if I want to locate the numbers, I have to do what? If I want to locate the numbers, I have to write the numbers as a decimal. Now let's find 1 and 1 over 10. This number, how I will write it as a decimal? Look, 1 over 10, very easy. I can write it as a decimal. 1 over 10 equals what? This number equals what? Equals 1 and point. It will be 1 in the tenth number, right? Because 1 over 10 equals 0.1. So this mixed number will be 1.1 tenths. So can I locate this number here? Yes, I can. This is 1. After 1, I have 1.1. 1.2. So what is 1.1? Right here. It will be right here. This point. So this is 1.1. Now, the last one I want to locate. 1 and 4 over 5. 1 and 4 over 5. How I will locate this number? I have to write it as a decimal. How I will write it as a decimal? I have to divide the numerator on denominator. Let's divide numerator on denominator. No, it's not. Okay, let's divide 4 on 5. Help me, please. First thing, I will write the digits after the point, which is 0. Okay, Farah, you can share with me the answers. It will be useful for you, right? First thing, 4 divided 5 equals 0. So it will be 0 here. Multiply 5 equals 0. Let's subtract. We do it a lot of time. 4 minus 0 equals 4. Then I will take the decimal point and put it in the quotient. I will take the 0 and put it next to the 4. So it will be what? 40. Girls, 40 divided 5. What is the number that I will multiply it with 5? Thank you, Farah. Very good. It will be 8. 8 multiply 5 equals 40. 8 multiply 5 equals 40. So it will be what? The number will be, if you divide 4 on 5, it will be 0.8. 0.8 tenths. That's mean this number, if I want to write it as a decimal number, it will be 1.8. Now let's locate this number on the number line. Where is number 1.8? Very easy, I can find it. Right here, right? So it will be 1.8. Look, if I want to order the numbers from least to greatest, this is what I want. Can I order the numbers? Of course I can. Very easy. The least number is right here. And after that, 1.25. And the last one, 1.8. So the first one is 1.1, but I can't write it as a 1.1. I have to write it as what? As a mixed number, as written here. 1.1 is 1 and 1 over 10. Okay, this is the first one. The second number is 1.5 as it is, so it will be 1.25 hundredths. The last number is 1.8, the greatest number. 1.8, I have to write it as a mixed number, 1 and 4 over 5. So I will write 1 and 4 over 5. Okay, girls. Now let's move to solve exercise number 6. Let's move to solve. You finished this page, girls? If you finish, please type 1 in the chat. Just Asma finish. Okay, be quickly. Very good, Jenna. So be quickly, please. Good. Okay, girls. We will solve number 6. My voice. Bad? Thank you. Okay, let's move to solve number 6. Now I want to order from least to greatest. It's not bad. Okay. From least to greatest. Okay. Now. Okay, Lamar. Now, Lamar, you have to help me. Okay? Maybe my voice will be good for you. So I want you to help me to solve this exercise number 6. Yes, Lamar. Okay. Now I want to order the numbers from greatest to least. So that's mean I have to compare between the numbers. So this number is a decimal, this number is a decimal, but this number is a fraction. What I have to do? I have to make this number a decimal also. Look right here. Look right here. Okay. I divide here 4 over 5, right? Right here. Divide 4 over 5 in the last exercise. Okay, girls? So I divided here 4 over 5. And the answer was what? 0.8. So no need to repeat it again. Girls, please stop and focus with me. Please. If you divide 4 over 5, the answer will be 0.8. So no need to repeat it again. Okay? Let's compare. Don't worry, dear. Don't worry. Okay, let's compare now to know which one is the least and which one is the greatest. I will compare. This is a 6 in the tens. This is an 8 in the tens. This is a 7 in the tens. Which one is the least? This one is the least. That's means 0.6. This one is the least number. After that, which one is greater than this number? 8 or 7? 7, right? So it will be 0.75. Okay? Now, after that, the larger number or the greater number is what? Is 0.8. But I will write it in a fraction form because it's written in the fraction form in the question. So I will write 4 over 5. Okay? Let's compare between those numbers. We have time or not? Which one? Which one? Where? There is no one. Wait 1 minute. Okay. Okay. Now 1 over 2, 2 over 5, 7 over 15. Here, to compare between the numbers or to order the numbers, those numbers as a fraction. So to make the numbers or to compare between the numbers, I have to make denominators the same. Look, what is the greatest common factor for 2 and 5 and 15? What is the greatest common factor for 2 and 5 and 15? Okay, the period finished. You have a session after this. You have a session? No? You want to stay to solve one more exercise only? One more exercise? Okay. Okay, let's solve one more exercise. If you don't have anything after math. Okay. If I want to compare between 1 over 2, 2 over 5, 7 over 15. Here I have those numbers as a fraction. So to compare between the numbers, first thing I have to make denominators the same or numerators the same. Look, if you want to make denominators the same, look, you have 2, 5, 15. So that's mean I have to find the greatest common factor for those numbers. What is the greatest common factor for 2, 5, 15? Who will tell me? No, not 15, Farah. I can't here. If you find here the greatest common factor. No, we don't have a session tomorrow. The last exercise, dear. So what is the greatest common factor? If you find or the greatest common factor, it will be 30. The greatest common factor for the denominators will be 30. That's mean I will make the denominators here 30 by multiplying 1 over 2 with what? Multiply 1 over 2 with 15. So I will multiply this 2 with 15, so it will be 30. And I will multiply the 5 with 6, so it will be 30. And I will multiply the 15 with 2, so it will be 30. Let's start. First thing, I will multiply 15 with 1 over 2. That's mean I have to multiply numerator and denominator. 15 multiply 1 equals what? Equals 15. 15 multiply 2 equals 30. So the first number will be 15 or 15 over 30. Now 6 multiply 2 over 5. 6 multiply 2 over 5. 6 multiply 2 equals 12. 6 multiply 5 equals 30. Now I will multiply 2 with 7 over 15. 2 multiply 7 equals 14. 2 multiply 15 equals 30. Now, can I compare between numerators? Yes. Which one is the least and which one is the greatest? The least one is 12 and the greatest one is 15. So if I want to order, the least one will be 12 over 13. But this number is not 12 over 13, it's 2 over 5. So I will order the numbers. It will be 2 over 5. This is the answer. Okay. I'll write it in another number. Oh, in another color, sorry. So it will be 2 over 5. This is the first one. After that, the greater number than this number. Yes, it's right, Farah, but I have to write the numbers as it is, not after multiply it with 6. So 12 over 13, it's 2 over 5. Now, after that, 14 over 30. 14 over 30 is 7 over 15. That's mean I will write 7 over 15. Okay. Now, after that, the greatest one is 15 over 30. That's mean 1 over 2. This is how I will order the numbers. Okay. So we will stop here, girls. We will stop. We will not solve more exercises. Girls, I want you to put a check mark next to the exercises that we solve, and don't forget to do the homework. The homework on page 79, but not all the exercises. Just I want you to do from 2 to 8 only. Okay? Not all exercises. From 2 to 8. Okay, girls? Don't do 9, 10, 11, 12. Thank you very much for attending today. I'm sorry for make the period too long. So see you inshallah next week. Bye bye.